Broken mirrors reveal lots more about a person than their loved ones. She knew that. She knew that in her heart as she gripped the mahogany frame of the cheval mirror, hurling it down onto the blood-stained floor. The glass shattered into hundreds of distinct pieces on impact. Hundreds of distinct pieces of herself. She kneeled down in her grey gown, too fast that she dropped her body, the shards piercing her knees and her calves. Although she didn't care or notice, her hands moved swiftly, gathering the broken mirrors. Blood kept leaking out of her nose onto the floors and the glasses, painting them crimson with her anxious thoughts, while a pair of black eyes darting around, trying to find her reflections. Not me. Not me, she said as she kept smashing the shards of mirrors into smaller pieces. Not me. Who? Why? I can't think. She repeated those words multiple times. Sarah! Sarah! Open the doors! The voice kept pestering her from outside the bedroom door. They kept knocking on the door, but she had to focus. Maybe if she truly focused, those noises would disappear. Maybe the screams and the knocking didn't actually come from outside. What if they were all in her head all along? I am alone in this house, after all, she thought. Wait, what if the noises are real? Should she have asked them instead? Maybe, but then, broken mirrors reveal lots more about the person than their loved ones. She knew that. She knew that in her heart as she gripped the mahogany frame of the cheval mirror, hurling it. Wait, where's the mirror? She thought. How are they already broken? Who is so cruel to destroy her favorite mirror? The noises from outside vanished. No more screaming for her, and no more knocking. She sank her head into herself, hugging her knees, crying. Who am I? An hour later, the woman donned a short blue silky dress, all dressed up. She couldn't find her favorite mirror, so she had to do her makeup without it. Nothing too complicated, so she wasn't worried. Just a little blush to lighten her pale skin and a blue eyeliner to make her eyes pop. She couldn't mess it up, could she? It was quite difficult for her to walk down the stairs, painful even. She wondered why, and when. Silly her, father was already waiting downstairs. She shouldn't worry about pointless things. So she hurried down, skipping 2 steps at a time. Her head felt dizzy with each step. Good morning, father, she said as soon as she reached downstairs. But her father wasn't there, wasn't sitting on the table, wasn't drinking his favorite. A larger woman with short curly hair. Her mom came out of the kitchen carrying a plate of toast while smiling fondly, hearing her daughter speak of her husband. "Your father is in the hospital right now, Sarah. Do you miss him that much?" "I miss him too, but we can visit him later in the afternoon. Is that okay? Oh, and I didn't notice you were in your room earlier. I thought you went outside already." Her mom kept talking and talking, but the long, disheveled-haired woman took no notice of it. A sad frown appeared on Sarah's face. "Oh, so I guess I am really alone in this house. Where did father go at this time?" she said out loud. "What do you mean, Sarah? Your father is in the hospital. Do you hear me?" Her mom walked towards her and tried to grab her shoulders. Sarah didn't even flinch at being touched. She just turned around and brought out her phone. "Aini? I think I know her? Bowling? Is this why I got all dressed up?" She stood there and pondered on the matter, while her mom shook her body again and again, trying to get her attention. The woman could only cry as Sarah walked away from her, out of the house. Sarah dragged her feet as every nerve of her legs was screaming in pain. She walked and she walked. She forgot where to go after 10 minutes, but after who knows how long, she was suddenly in front of a mall. Loud banging of metals from a construction site near the mall was hurting her head. As she was hesitating to enter, someone tapped her shoulder. She turned around to see a shorter blonde woman glaring at her. "Sarah, why are you so late? I've been waiting here for over an hour, and you didn't even think to call to tell me when you have arrived? I swear," the woman said as she kept poking Sarah's chest with her index finger multiple times. Suddenly, the woman's annoyed neck turned into screams, a fit of hysteria, as she kept pointing at Sarah's head while curling herself into a ball on the street, sobbing and screaming again and again. So annoying, Sarah thought. But suddenly, the noises, they mellowed out. Sarah heard nothing, not the sounds of traffic, nor the ear-splitting construction site, nor anyone at all. And she couldn't see anything too, just darkness, void, not the huge mall, not the blue sky, just void. She remembered nothing at that moment, aside from a girl trying to hide her face while pointing her finger at Sarah's head. Suddenly, Sarah felt something sharp in her palm. She opened it to find a tiny shot of her favorite mirror. When did she take this with her? She wondered. With the one last memory of the girl, Sarah looked into the glass. Her whole body shivered as she brought her eyes to it. She sobbed and whimpered in pain. The last memory of the girl faded away from her mind. There was only pain now. Nothing to see, nothing to hear, or to smell. In the void, she could only ever focus on the pain, the excruciating pain, and the reflection in the mirror of a giant fish-like monster, large fangs with two large crimson eyes that kept rotating in opposite directions. The black, sharp, scaly body of the behemoth kept dripping blood from its million of small edges. There was more to the monstrous figure that Sarah couldn't see. Fortunately, she was spared from more of the unknown horror as her head was bitten off in half by the monster's enormous fangs. The mom walked into Sarah's room. It was empty. No sign of inhabitants, no furniture, no pictures, nothing. A sense of melancholy overwhelmed her suddenly. Only if she was able to give birth to a child, she won't be too lonely now. If only she ever had a child.